within the Bible, it tells us about this is within Job chapter 1, and it shows how what happened basically, where um the reason why basically Job was basically why Job went through all these trials. It says one day the angels came to present themselves for the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" And then he basically answered, "From roaming through the earth, going back and forth on it." And then the Lord said to him, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil." Basically, and then he responds with, "Does Job fear God for nothing?" He replied, "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But now stretch your hand and strike everything he has. He will surely curse you to your face." The Lord said to him, "Very well then, everything he has is in your power. Put on the man himself. Do not lay a finger, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." Then Satan went out into the out of from the presence of the Lord. Sorry, but the whole point of this message, I believe, is that this is why Job was actually being tested, and that Job was being tested for his whether he was actually faithful with the things which God has given him, or was he just or did he just want God because of things which God can give him. And so, well, I wanted to basically make this video to say this because, um, well, I think it's important to understand, of course, that God gives us the things that we have, but He doesn't even, um, but however, we should understand that everything that we have comes from God's hand, and that all these things are simply from God, and we shouldn't take everything we have for granted, because everything we have can also even go and disappear, but however, is through God and His mercy and compassion for us that He even blesses us with the things which we have, even the air in our lungs and food on our tables, the ability to have water to drink. All these things basically are a gift from God. So I want to encourage you basically not to take all these for granted. Understand that God has given us these things, and that we shouldn't basically take all this for granted, or also put our hearts on these things, but also understand that we should also be faithful to God even if we don't have these things, and that yes, because these things can disappear, but however, the main focus in our whole life should be Christ, and it shouldn't be the things which we have, of course. But anyways, that being said, God bless. See you next video.